and welcome. So, I'm going to take a look at the Times Quick Cryptic Crossword, and this is being published on Wednesday the 14th of May 2025, and today's setter is Wurm. So, a little look back in my record shows we've had 4 puzzles from Wurm so far this year, so I think it's a he, provides us with 1 puzzle a month. They've generally been around the 11, 12, 14 minute mark, but there was one that was a 7-minuter, so hopefully we're going to be down there again, but who knows. I think probably best just to reset the timer and crack on. Type of tweed, nothing new for beetle. Ringo. Played court order fans a ball regularly. Asbo, okay, court order. Stick man. Usually like beer talking, taking in rugby. Usually like beer, ale, as a run. I don't know, keep this and give nothing away. Support feature in newspaper column. Burning paintings outside study. Ardent, yeah. Our boss with a turn fixed old browser. Browser 7.0 fixed. Our boss with a turn, maybe anagram. Old browser. Netscape. Discover tofu near the sandwiches. Discover tofu near the sandwiches. Feels like it should be hidden really, but no, I can't say that. Account subtraction in notes and coins. Account subtraction in notes and coins. Food hampers first on Pluto. Pluto's a dog. Hampers first is an H. Nosh. First on Pluto. Could be a P then. Hamper. Food. Spoiled Dylan broadcast in US state. Spoiled Dylan. Maryland. Okay, very nice. Good stuff. Crowd keen to consume seconds. Keen is crowd. Host. Hot, I think. Host, yeah. Cooked meat in pan. Gosh, cooked meat in pan. Okay, so anagram for pan. I don't know what that is. Panny. Is that a cooked meat? A drunk man from Italy likely to cause trouble. Is that signore? Ignoramus. Who knows? We have to look at that. Drunk man from Italy. Man from Italy could be an anagram. Could be an anagram. Drunk from Italy. Man from Italy. Old stove in Dutch royal house. Royal house. Tudors, Windsors, Hanovers, Plantagenets. Wise importing Australia's food. I think that's sage for wise. Importing Australia, Aussie sausage. Yeah, nice sausage, very good. French popping over the top American musical work. Cool, French pop in over the top American. Over the top is OTT, maybe. OTT a operetta. Wow, I think that is opera pair. Yeah, oh, that kind of operetta. How do you spell it? Opera pair. Wow. Okay, that's a complicated operetta. I think that's spelled correctly. Not sure about it really. Operetta. Any date sure to change for movable feast is Easter Sunday. Kind of biffed that off. Any date sure. 100 is a sea among Bedouins somehow stranded in Arctic. Gosh, what would that be? Ick. Icebound. Nice. Is that dog? Pound L is small. Lissome. Single feline. Housing single. Lissome. Feline. Leopard. Not sure about that. Complaint from mum after time in volcanic dust. So lava, la 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 la. Complaint from mum after time. Lava or magma or ash. 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 Asthma. Golly, wow, that's complicated to get to, but good. Shadow inside that is an umbra. Hidden word. Oh, try and spell that correctly. Umbra. And have you? Here you might see stallion and bolt. Oof, don't know. Account subtraction in notes and coins. I want that to be debar, but I don't think it is. Account subtraction in notes and gosh. Let's go through again. Type of tweed. Nothing new for beetle. Beetle spelt that way. Lennon McCartney, Ringo, and the other one. George Harrison. Harris. Nothing new. Harrisu. I think it's something to do that, but gonna go from there. See if that gets me to a stickman. No thoughts. Taking in rugby as a rule. What's that? Usually like beer as ale, rugby union as a rail. Yep. Older stove. In Dutch Royal House. I hope I'm not expecting a Dutch Royal House. In Dutch is to share, isn't it? Tudors. Oh gosh, my brains. Stuart. No, that isn't working. This one. Keep this and give nothing away. So that's to keep a secret, I assume. Cooked meat in pan. That really kind of buggers up Harrison, if I'm honest. This one, drunk man from Italy. I'm going to take that as being an anagram. Man from Italy. I don't know what it is. Man from T-L-Y. All I've got really rid of is the M. Likely to cause trouble. Our boss with a turn. Fixed old browser. Old browser, so that's going to be some kind of play on words of like it's glasses or something. Discover tofu near the sandwiches. Near the sandwiches. Discover is to unearth, isn't it? And there it is, hidden word. Did I say that was a hidden word possibly when I looked at it? I'm not sure. Got rid of the R from that if it is an anagram. Not that I'm sure it helps me. Okay, this isn't listen. Pound is L, is small, housing single is 1. So lioness. There we are. I think it's supposed to be dish. Hampers first on Pluto. Dish, das, dosh. Pluto. Dwarf planet. Dog. Dosh. Dish. That must be dish, mustn't it? I think, but I don't really know. I don't understand what Pluto's doing there. Don't know. Maybe it's one I don't know. Our boss. That really looks like an anagram. Our boss. With a turn. Okay, so our boss is 7. A turn fixed is browse, not browser. Gosh, what is it? Our boss. OURBOSS. A turn. Really? God, I've got rid of BOSU. It's got 2 R's. STNOA to fit in there. Assuming that is now our boss and a turn. That I can't get. Account. Subtraction in notes and coins. And this one, have you? Hey, you might see stallion, bolt. Here you might see. I've got no idea what that wants. Stallion is a bolt. Is to run. Account subtraction in notes and coins. I'm not convinced about this Harrison, but I think there is a type of tweed called Harrison. Well, I don't know. Harris tweed. Harris tweed. Nothing new. Yeah. Okay. Harrison. Yep. That is correct. Old, and then stove is an Arga. In Dutch. What's Dutch? Royal house. DH? Was it? D for Dutch and R for Royal. House, oh dagger. Not sure about that. Got an I for that. If that is an anagram, which I'm not convinced it is, but I think it is. This R, cooked meat in pan. Roast. I think it's roast, isn't it? I think. That will get rid of another T. What's that? Keep this and give nothing away. Stick. Stave. Man. Shaft. Drunk man from Italy, likely to cause trouble is in IMR. Sure the Y has to go on the end. NF. Staff. Yeah, that's staff, okay. Staff is to man. In for. In fur. In. In for. I've got rid of F for staff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 letters left. Info. So I think I have a T. Kind of an L. I'm assuming. I could be a T on the end, I suppose, but I think the Y will go on the end. I'm going to write that out horizontally because inf 3 M 2 3 R Y, I think. Informationally, N M T L Y, maybe. A O to go in there. 7 letters. Is that right? We've got rid of the N. Inflat, inflammatory. Gosh, inflammatory, there we are. Got it eventually. Right. What's next? This one, got rid of I've got a T now. Let's get rid of the T. Bloat. Oh gosh, I've got 5 letters. I've got 6 there, how can that be? Oh, I've got an N as well. Well, could be boost sport. What are we doing? Fixed old browser. Brontosaurus. Really? Really? Old browser? I can't read that. That's not liking that one. Keep this. Straight face, I think that is. Okay, there's my Arga in the wrong place. Almost done though, 3, but there are hard ones left. Old stove. In Dutch Royal House. O, something A, something G, something. Agar, it's going to be Agar, is it? On the House of Orange range, okay, old range, okay. So that just leaves these two down here at 15 minutes. Account subtraction, although I'm not sure about dish anyway. Account, I think that's debar, but I can't think why it's debar. Notes and coins. If that was debar, what would that be? Here you might see stallion bolt. I assume that's going to be a double def word for bolt, which would be, could be anything, could it? Flee, fled. Here you might see stallion bolt. It's not you say bolt. Account subtraction. Notes and coin. And coin. Is that Easter Sunday? I assume it is. Easter Sunday. Yeah, sure it's Easter Sunday. So it's saying take AC out of word for notes, which is denominations. Word I've been trying to think of. D-bar, dab, dub, dib, dob. Here you might see stallion bolt. Okay, subtraction in notes and coins would be shots a D for losing something. Debit, there we are. Debit account, which makes that a stud, I think. Oh, okay, what have I got wrong? I biffed that in there, already. Stud. Oh, okay, Brontosaurus. Okay, Maryland's fair enough. That's just another typo. Brontosaurus. I didn't check the anagram, did I? So, Brontosaurus. 1734. Okay, that was a bit hard, I think. Right. I think I was so miffed by Brontosaurus as an answer that I just didn't think to check it. So, yeah, let's go through that then. What we got? Okay, so you've got Harris Tweed is a type of tweed. Harris Tweed. Nothing is O, and N for new gives you George Harrison, one of the Beatles. I think the Beatles are always spelt with an A, and the insect is spelt with an E, which is the only way to know them apart, really. The court order is an ASBO, which is short for antisocial banning order, I seem to recall. And it's the alternate letters of fans and a ball, so we've got the ASBO. Regularly it's taking you take those alternate letters. A stick is a staff, so long roddy thing, and if you staff the restaurant or the bar, then you man the bar, so to speak, man and staff. Usually is as a rule. Like beer is as ale. Taking rugby, RU, rugby union. So that's very helpful because normally it just says go in there, taking in game, go. Anyway, right, keep this and give nothing away. I think that's just a standard a cryptic clue of keep a straight face and you're giving nothing away. I don't think there's anything more to that. Support is a column and a feature in a newspaper is a column. Burning is ardent. We've got paintings is art. Paintings are art or is art outside of a den, which is a study. I really don't like this one. Outboss with a turn. Well, that's an anagram. Outboss a turn is an anagram. Brontosaurus. Should have counted the O's, which there's two in outboss, and then there's none in a turn. Fixed is your anagram indicator, and Brontosaurus. Well, I don't know. I mean, old browser. Bit of a rubbish definition in my book, but there you go. It would have been a hard enough clue, I think, even if you said with fixed dinosaur. Um, Discover is to say there's a hidden word across tofu near. No, sorry. Discover is to unearth. Hidden word is indicated by sandwiches across tofu near the, which gives unearth. Um, a type of account, I think, is a debit account. Subtraction in notes and coins, I think it's to debit. I think, not sure. Not a very nice clue. Again, this one not very happy with. Food is a dish. Hampers first is H on the end of Pluto. I don't know why Pluto is dish. Dis. I don't know if it's a famous person I don't know or what really. DIs? Plutos? No, don't know. To spoil is to mar. Dillon is an anagram of the rest of Maryland. Broadcast is your anagram indicator for Dillon, and Maryland is one of the US states. On the downs, we have a crowd is a host. Keen is hot, consuming S for seconds. Another double definition here that's a bit meh. Cooked, if you cook something, you roasted it. Meat in a pan is a roast, I think. No, hang on, I think actually cooked meat is a roast, and if you pan something, you roast it. As in, Americans like to have a show where they criticise people and tell jokes about them. That's a kind of roast. I think that's what pan and roast is. Drunk is an anagram indicator that man from Italy is an anagram of inflammatory, which is likely to cause trouble. Good anagram, tough one to get to. Old stove, so O for old, and a stove is a range, and the Dutch royal house is the House of Orange. Wise is sage, importing Australia's food. So we've got Australia is AUS, Oz, going into sage for wise, which gives you the sausage, which is a type of food. Gosh, what have we got here? We've got French pop. Excuse me, French pop is pear, P-E-R-E. In over the top, so we've got O-T-T. And A for American gives you an operetta, which is a musical work. Any dates sure is an anagram of Easter Sunday, and that's to change is saying it's an anagram of that. And movable feast, Easter Sunday moves depending on which year you're in and where the full moons and new moons and things land. Like this one, 100 is C in Latin Roman numerals. Among Bedouins somehow, so we've got an anagram of Bedouin, somehow is your anagram indicator, and if you're stranded in the Arctic you might be icebound. Pound is L, is small, so okay, is in the clue, and S for small on the end, and housing single, which is 1, which gives you a lioness, which is a feline. Complaint is asthma. Mum is ma, after T for time, in volcanic dust, which is ash. The shadow is an umbra, which is to do, well, I think to do with eclipses among other things. Inside is saying it's hidden word cross museum, Brandhorst. And have you seen? Okay, have you seen, where you might here you might see a stallion, so you see stallions at stud, and a stud is a type of bolt. So there we go. All done 1734 with those. That naff Brontosaurus misspelling. Gah. Anyway, thanks for watching.